Let's go. Y'all, this thing's awesome. This design, the design of this already is incredible. Westin Automotive. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Me and Car Keys. Now today's video is about a tonneau cover. Okay, wait, pause the video. People have told me I pronounce this word incorrectly. I say tonneau cover. People have said that it's actually pronounced tonneau cover. Then people have told me that it's actually pronounced tonneau cover. I don't know. It's French. I've heard. I don't know. I say tonneau cover. That's what I'm used to. It's a tonneau cover, right? Back to the video. So I've had this tonneau cover for almost 5 years now. And as you know, if you watch my channel, we've had some issues with tonneau covers. Some of them are very apparent. If you see there, right there. Needless to say, today, I don't have to deal with that issue anymore because In to Save the Day is the sponsor of today's video, which is Westin Automotive. Now we got a box. But before we open said box, we have to take old tonneau cover off in good dramatic fashion. Let's go! All right, that brings us to the sponsor of today's video, which is Westin Automotive. Now, Westin Automotive is a huge company. Check out their website. They sell all kinds of truck products, Jeep products for off-roading, for overlanding, for work products, toolboxes, running boards, bumpers, off-road bumpers, front and rear, lighting, winches. They sell all kinds of products. I actually found Westin Automotive a couple years ago when I was looking for off-road bumpers for my truck. So I was surprised to find out that Westin Automotive also sells tonneau covers. So that's what we're doing in today's video. Big shout outs to Westin Automotive. Thank you for sponsoring today's video. Let's get it. All right, so this is what I've been doing. All right. One of the issues I had with my old tonneau cover was that it would leak water. So it would get water in the corners. You saw some of those trim pieces that were loose. So the trim pieces of the trim would slide down, it wouldn't stay intact, and water would seep through in the corners of the truck, and it would destroy everything I had in the truck bed. As you can see in some of my previous videos, it made me really upset. Anyway, so I had these old shelves from a old garage shelf, and I just kept them in here. And if we have like a luggage or something like that, I just put them on top here so that it's not sitting in any type of standing water and to keep things safe. I also had totes. I would use totes as well to keep things dry. Shouldn't have to do that. It's kind of a hassle, an added step to do things. And anyway, hopefully my new tonneau cover doesn't do that. As you can also see, we've been to the beach lately. I didn't actually officially introduce this. This is the Westin Trifold bed cover for 2015 F-150 5.5 foot bed, or 5.5 foot bed. So this one is actually a true trifold cover. Now, let's talk about that real quick for a second. So one thing about my old tonneau cover, it was marketed and depicted online as a trifold cover. And it was, but it kind of wasn't. So the reason that it was is because it actually has 3 sections, which makes it a trifold cover. It has 3 sections. Only 2 of them actually folded, so it wasn't actually a true tri-folding cover, if you understand what I'm saying. So you only actually had 2/3 access to your truck bed if you needed it. So like you guys out there buying them 100-inch TVs, what are you gonna do with a 100-inch TV? You couldn't actually fit that in this truck with that cover. You had to take the whole cover off and then put it in the truck. When you get done, put the cover back on. And that was somewhat of a hassle. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, but they lied pretty much. So hopefully this one will work a lot better. This one should give you more access to your truck bed. All right, so you have everything here you need. You have your cover here in the box. We'll open that up in just a second. We have our rails for the driver and passenger side. We have our drain pipes or drain tubes right there for water to get out of your truck bed. You have these are called helping rods or support rods, which is also cool to help you when you open and close your truck bed. You have your, what's this thing called? Foam seal right here, and that's the first thing we're supposed to install. Then you have all your bracketry right here. So that's it. These are all the pieces to your tonneau cover setup. So it should be fairly simple to install. Now it says here tools needed. You have different sets of Allen keys and you have a cutting tool. The cutting tool is just for your foam seal there to make it flush with the truck bed. And the Allen keys that you need are right there. Perfect. All right, step one, install this foam seal across the back of the truck bed going across that way. Now, I would advise you to wipe this section down with some alcohol, some rubbing alcohol, just to clean it off to make sure that it's a clean, fresh surface. You see I got dirt and dust all in mine, so I always do that first. All right, next step is to install our rails. Driver and passenger side, they suggest starting with the driver's side. Now they are marked at the bottom down here. See, this one has an R for right. This one has an L for left. They are marked as if you're looking at the back of the truck bed like this. So driver's side is the one that's marked to left, okay? It's also the left side of the truck, no matter how you look at it. So driver's side is the left, all right? So install this one first. After we've unwrapped them, as you see, after I unwrapped it, I saw it says left on that side. And another way to find out which is which, these silver brackets here that are already installed should be towards the, that part. What do we call this? I just say towards the window. All right, so that silver piece should be towards the window. So just set it up here like so, and make sure it's all the way flush at the end in the corner there. And it's almost flush here at the end as well. What I'm noticing so far that I like is that these ridges up here, so this is a 2015 F-150 XLT, and it looks like when you install this, it looks like it came from factory like that. It looks like it's supposed to be there. Like it fits right in and with the design of the F-150, which is great. So I think this end here is supposed to be flush. That's as flush as it's gonna get. So I think we're gonna have to maybe push that in just a little bit. But down here, oh, it's not flush. Okay, cool. So push that in a little bit more flush. Should be good to go. So basically you have a A bracket and a B bracket and the bolt right here that goes through them. This part's gonna go on the outside. That part's gonna go on the inside. And it's gonna be like this. And then you're gonna have your screw. It's hard to do with one hand. Screw going through it like this to keep them together. And this keeps it attached to your actual truck bed. You're gonna have one of these guys at the bottom to also help keep it tightened. So it's gonna go in through the bottom like this. But they suggest you putting all your brackets on first, have them loosely tightened up before you completely tighten them all up and make sure that everything's in place where it should be. So let's do that. Hey, if you look up under here, there's a cutout here. That's what these brackets are for, the cutout. Well, the cutout is for the brackets. So you slide it up and boom, slide it over like that. Perfect. All right, so you have that part in. You have to take your other bracket and you slide it up under. Make sure it's up under your truck bed and it's supposed to slide into this bracket like that. There you go. See, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. I'm gonna slide this over a little bit so it's not interfering with the tube there. So then you take your Allen key and you just gently tighten it up so that it won't come off. So now this is what's connecting it to your truck bed. See, won't go anywhere. Perfect. We got one more to do in the middle, and then we'll move on. These guys are next. They screw right in at the bottom, down here at the bottom, and it just helps support the bracket from falling off. All right, we're not gonna tighten those either. We're just gonna kind of loosely put them on. All right, when you start to feel a little tension, that's good for now. All right, should look something like this for now. All right, next step, these guys. Now they are similar to our other brackets. They're gonna go, this one's gonna go right here where these arrows are. So you're gonna slide it in through here and attach it right here between the two arrows. This is for your support rods for your truck bed when you have it up in the up position. Now these brackets come pre-assembled, and I think the reason is to keep you from confusing them with the other brackets that come with the kit. These are these installed just like the other ones, like I said. But so my advice is to loose this bolt just a little bit, but not enough for it to come out, so that you have a little play there, and then slide it on that way. There we go. Tighten it up just a little bit. All right, next step, you're taking your supporting rods like this, and you're gonna attach it to the knob here. Now use the side that has the lock, that this type of lock has like a lever lock on it. Use that side. That's what it's showing in the directions. Trying to decide, the two sides are different, so use that side. So you just snap it in place till it clicks. Then you take the rest of it here, and it just sits into that bracket like that for now. Now, one tip when you're doing this, this is how it should look for now. This is just the driver's side. We have not done the passenger side yet. We're going to do that next. But this is how it should look. Now, the only concern I have, like I said, is this end piece here. I'm not sure the truck bed is going to close all the way with this. I might have to go back and trim that drop-in bed liner in the front just to make this fit. We'll see. I want to check and see if it'll close. Another thing I want you to be aware of is when you're installing this, make sure you're installing this correctly. Make sure this is actually sitting on top of your bed rail here. I actually had it, I thought I had it on the top, and it was actually on the side of it, and it was not going to work that way. So make sure it's sitting on top of your actual truck bed. All right, before we go any further, because I'm a little concerned, I want to try to see if this truck bed will close with this not being flush. All right, that's a little concerning. I believe it's supposed to be all the way flush. So let's see. Oh, here we go. So once you close it, it actually ends up being almost exactly flush with your truck bed. That's perfect. Cool. Westin Automotive. I like it so far. I like it. All right. All right, so we're going to do the passenger side, and then we'll put the truck bed on. And actually, we're almost done, okay? Almost done. By the way, if you're wondering if you can do this install, you can do this. You can do this install. You can do this install, okay? Hear it from me. You can do this install. It's very easy so far, very straightforward. You can do this, all right? Try it out. Lift with your legs, not your back. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. This is it right here. Remember when I said lift with your legs, not your back? I think I did the opposite. Anyway, so this is going to line up with those silver brackets that were on the rail there. These bolts here are going to line up there. All right, before we continue on, I almost missed a crucial step. You see these in the front? See this little plastic piece? It said to unroll that so that it's sitting like that, all the way across. So make sure you do that first. That should be the first thing you do, actually. Unroll that. That's why it's probably good to have two people doing this, but if it's just you by yourself like it is me, take your time. Lift with your legs, not your back. Take your time and make sure you unroll this all the way across. Now this is great. Okay, first of all, let me stop the video. This is great. This is great because water's not going to come in. You got plastic seals everywhere. You got rubber piece down there that we installed first. Then you got this rubber piece up on here on the left side. You got plastic on top of that. Then you have this one plastic piece that covers everything. You don't have to worry about water getting in your truck bed ever. I don't want to speak too prematurely, but this design, the design of this already is incredible. Westin Automotive. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. All right, so make sure you unroll this part first. All right, another tip. Do it from up here. That's the best way to do it. Do it from up here, and it's going to fold over your truck bed like that. So it rolls all the way down. And once you unfold it, it's going to just fall into place right there. It's perfect. That is so perfect. All right, now we got to line these holes up with the bracket holes. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but once you line them up, put your bolts in, then you got that part done. All right, another tip. I started moving the tonneau cover to try to line up with the brackets, and once it lined up, it like popped in. So I don't know if the bracket up under popped into the bottom part of this cover. It looks like that's exactly what happened. So there, your bolts, your holes are lined up there. I came on the passenger side, did the exact same thing. It popped in, and they're lined up there. They made this so easy, easy. Bolts. All right, next step, we're going to unfold our truck cover to make sure that it works all the way and that all the locks are working. Now, to unlock the cover, or to unfold the cover, you have these two clips right here, which are, so if you want to ride around, if you need to ride around with your truck bed open like this, you can clamp it right there. Cool, and it'll keep it in place. And unfold. You see I'm doing this with one hand. Locked in on both sides. All right. Then unfold it again. Okay, I see. There you go, like that. There you go, it's in there. Now, I want to check to make sure that the truck bed closes all the way. There we go. All right, I see what's happening. I like this. All right, so if you look up under there, there's another plastic trim piece right there to keep water from getting inside your truck bed. Y'all, this is incredible. There are plastic trim pieces everywhere. I'm sorry, there are rubber trim pieces everywhere to keep water from getting on the inside of your truck. Now, I noticed these are up a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that's because this isn't tightened down all the way. So once we tighten down the front, we should have full coverage all the way across. All right, y'all, next step is the drain tubes. Get up under here, and you're gonna push it on from the bottom. So they're going on those gold tube there, gold piece there. You're gonna just push it on like so. As for me, I might end up cutting these tubes, but this is to drain water that gets on into these tube rails. Water's gonna go in the tube rail, all the way down and drain out through here. All right, so for me, I'm gonna have these tubes go through here, and it's gonna exit out of the truck that way. So I might cut it so that it's more flush and that it doesn't have a chance of coming back out. So yeah, we'll do that later. But for now, just gonna stick that in there like so. All right, now very easy, very straightforward install. The very last step, however, is to tighten up all your bracketry. I suggest tighten up the top first and then come back and tighten it up. Now it doesn't have to be like Superman tight, but tight enough so that it does not come loose. So after you've done that, we'll be done. So they made it so simple, made it so easy for you. And like I say, so far, I love the design of this cover. And there you have it, y'all. This is the trifold cover for the F-150 XLT with the 5-foot bed, y'all. It's actual true trifold cover, and it looks incredible. That's how it's supposed to look out the box, y'all. That is how it's supposed to look. That has everything that you could possibly think of. Like I said, it has rubber everywhere to keep water from getting inside your bed. You know, you have your clips here for you to attach your bed if it's open while you're driving. It also has a rubber piece here for it to sit on. Also, make sure that it doesn't scratch the bed when you open it. It doesn't scratch itself. So it has those rubber pieces there, which is also incredible. There are a lot of little details here. Oh, I meant to say this before. The fact that this is exposed here, I like the fact that they made black bolts. That's perfect. And it also has a gasket up under it so that water doesn't get in around the bolts. Even better. Like I said, it has rubber all over the place to keep it from getting water inside. The coolest one is probably here. Look at that. Look at that. It actually folds down so that water would definitely not get inside of your truck bed. Same thing that goes in the front, just in the opposite. So I love the fact that they did that. And I showed before. Oh, also, let me show this. Let me show you how to open it. First of all, there are right here. See this? You have these two here. You just squeeze them together and push up. You also have this little piece here for your finger to go into, because that's actually what I do every time I open it. Every time I open it, I do this, and I put my finger right there and use it to hold like that. And I'm happy that it did that because, like I said, that is incredible. I haven't seen a cover that had that before. So I think that's cool, very helpful. It also has all these little foam pieces here to keep it safe when you open it and fold it again. It keeps it safe from scratching itself. So that's what it rests on when you open it. See, if you see in there, that's what it's resting on the inside. Really cool, really cool. And it has one on each one. Now, the other cool thing about this one, like I said, is an actual trifold cover, which I do appreciate because my old cover was like this. That's as far as it opened, and you couldn't access your entire truck bed if you needed to. This one is different. This one, open it one more time. Now, it's heavy at this point, so you might have to use two hands. But, yep, I have to use two hands. Hold on. There we go. I ain't been working out that much. So this one opens up so you have full access to your bed. As you see I'm holding it now, I actually don't have to. These rails, helper rails on the side, if you zoom in there, those rods that we installed earlier, those attach right here. Up, focus. Those attach right there, and they will hold your cover up for you like so. You take your helper rods, that, you really just push them on. and it will hold your truck bed up like that. Now they recommend you do both sides, of course, on one side. So you take the other side as well, stick it on, boom, just like that. So that will hold your truck bed open if you need to haul like large stuff like your 100-inch TV that you're probably gonna buy at Black Friday. You put it in your truck, trade the truck bed, just like that. Now, this alleviates the problem of my old tonneau cover where I had to take the whole thing off just to haul something huge, which was a pain, a huge pain. On several occasions now they're coming back to memory. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I got this. I can just open it up like this, and I can probably even drive it just like this. Now, when you close it, you have to make sure you take these off. Now, there are little unlock, it says on it, unlock. You push it up to take it off, and it comes off just like that, and you put it back in when you got it. Boom, just like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, as you saw in the install, we installed those drain tubes earlier. Perfect. Now, these have little channels in them. If you see here, this is the channel that the actual bed actually sits in. It's open and exposed to the elements. Even though there's rubber plastic around it like this, water can still get inside, and that's why they have those drain tubes. So the water will go all the way down here like so and go into the drain tube and then out the truck. So you won't have to worry about water actually getting in your truck bed anymore. Now, as for the install of this tonneau cover, it didn't take long. It really didn't take long. It probably take you like an hour at the most, maybe an hour and a half. If you have a little trouble with the brackets. Other than that, I mean, it's very easy, very quick install. Directions are very straightforward. They have pictures. Like I said, they have color pictures for people like me. Very helpful. They also have a YouTube channel. Like I said before, check out the YouTube channel if you need further instructions or more instructions in the book or in my video. Check it out. So very easy install, very easy DIY type stuff. If you're into minding your truck and you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, you don't know if you can do it, you can do this. Trust me, you can do this. DIY it all, DIY the world. You can do this. This is a good product to start with, to start modding your truck. Cool. All right. Now, if anybody wants my old tonneau cover, it'll be on the corner of Bankhead and Simpson Road. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Scratch that. Forget I said that. Do not go there. Okay. Do not go there. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. On that note, thanks for watching another video on the Me and Car Keys channel. DIY the world. You can do it. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please leave me a comment. Y'all know I love the comments. I respond to every comment. If I'm slow, forgive me for that. I will get to the comments. Trust me. I respond to every comments. Thanks for watching another video on the Me and Car Keys channel. Motivation Crew. That's me. That's you. That's what we do. Till next time. I'll see ya. Well, I think I know where the old tonneau cover can go. Right on.